Hey guys, it's Lindsay, also known as By Me Fox, back with you again. If you've been on my channel before, thank you so much for coming back. If you haven't, I draw random things and encourage you to draw along with me or just to create in whatever way you choose to. Today's topic is brought on by a series of events that happened to me. So today I'm going to talk about, as you've seen from the title, being frustrated and different ways to move forward when you've had a frustrating series of events with your art or with your creations. I did actually already finish filming this video. I finished doing all of the artwork and drawing and everything for this video, and I lost my intro file completely, and I don't really like the way that the drawing turned out. So it's been uniquely frustrating and a very different series of events than how I planned my day. As always, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like the video, I always appreciate a like. If you want to see more of this kind of art advice videos or of just my random Pokemon magical girls and witches video, I didn't really explain that, but basically I'm taking different types of Pokemon, turning them into magical girls, the Pokemon themselves, and then making a witch form for them as well. If you've seen them, I've done a bunch of them on this channel. If you haven't, I'll do a linky thing, or linky thing? I don't know. I'll do a linky thing. But yeah, so that is what's up. I'm going to get to voiceovering. I've already drawn this and already been not in love with this drawing, and yet here I am still working on this project. Yeah. So here are my 3 steps for getting over disappointment with a project. Step 1, define your disappointment. What is it about the project that has you hating it? I know for me, for this Pikachu project, it's an anatomy issue. A lot of times that is where I'm having the biggest problem with my artwork. I am constantly working on my anatomy. I'm constantly improving my anatomy, but it is something that I still struggle with, and it is something that I still have to be mindful about. For other artists, sometimes it's color, composition. There's all kinds of different things that are pretty normal parts of growing as an artist that we can judge really harshly from our own work. Harshly judging your own work is a side effect of having good taste in art. What happens is you've seen so many people that do create really good art. You know what's good, you know what isn't good. And so when you're not creating your best artwork, it can be very discouraging. When you know you can do better, it can be very discouraging. When you know how your stuff looks compared to other artists, it can be crazy discouraging. We also shouldn't compare ourselves, but we can't help it, so you know. You can sit there and do the comparison, you can sit there and tear yourself up, or you can look at it as a learning experience. My favorite thing to do is once I define why I'm disappointed with an artwork, I go in and I really practice on that one particular point, or maybe 2 particular points. I try not to do a complete overhaul of every single thing that I hated about a piece. That can be so frustrating and so overwhelming. But if I define 1 to 2 things, I really get some studies in, do some practice, and give myself a chance to improve. It's amazing how much it can help build my confidence and improve my artworks moving forward. All right, number 2, refuse to linger. You have to move on to the next thing. Disappointment takes a lot of time and energy. I don't know about you, but I'm super low on both of those things 90% of the time. It's so hard to set aside time to be creative. It's so hard to justify spending time working on your art when you have so many other responsibilities in life. There's no reason to linger on being so disappointed in your artwork that you really did try on. So don't let being disappointed rob you of a chance to get more work done or to improve or get some practice in. Now, everyone works a little bit differently. So maybe for you, refusing to linger means you have to take a break. You have to move on and do something else with your art for a little bit, or something else other than your art for a little bit. For me, refusing to linger means moving directly into the next project and trying to improve on that. I've always been someone who feels like practice is the only way to really create forward motion. And so that is always going to be my default. Move forward to the next thing, maybe get some studies in, and then try to get the next piece out and make it better. The third thing, and one of my pieces of advice that I really take for myself, is to look back at some of your older work. Growth is such a constant part of being an artist. It's such a constant part of being a human. But if you think about it, all of our art started out with like little silly blobs and stick figures and all of that kind of work that we did when we were little. So any kind of art we do past that has been a huge improvement. And it's important to flip through old sketchbooks to, if you're crazy like me, keep a weird running YouTube channel of your improvements, or however you keep up with your artwork. Going back and looking at what you've done before and realizing how far you've come does so much to help improve your mood, how you look at your work, all of that. So try to push forward, try to acknowledge and give yourself credit for the work that you've done, and really look objectively at your art. Where did you start? Where are you now? Where can you move on to the next thing? I know it's hard, but if you try and work in some combination of these three things, hopefully it will help improve your artwork. Hopefully it'll help improve your attitude towards creating, and hopefully it'll help just make life a little easier. It's hard enough to create without us like making up our own problems. It's hard enough to want to get up and do things and make things. And you should give yourself credit for just trying. You should really give yourself credit when you start seeing crazy amounts of growth. So that is my advice for what to do when you're disappointed. That is it for today's drawing. Yes, it is just a boring girl in a dress. No, I don't know what I was doing. I did not give this one the amount of planning that I usually give my pieces. I feel like that was definitely my biggest mistake. And I did not do my anatomy as well as I know I'm capable of. So that is what I'm going to focus on as the points to learn from this piece. That is what I'm going to do so that my next piece looks better. And the next piece, of course, will be my Evie Witch piece. Actually, there might be another drinking and drawing before then, but we'll see. But yeah, I will post Evie Witch piece next Sunday. Maybe next Saturday. I don't know. We'll see. I'll figure out what day. But yeah, so she is coming up, as well as I'll continue with a new magical girl next. Let me know what you think of this series. Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know what you did last time you were disappointed with one of your artworks. It is a constant learning process, and we need to make sure that we're kind to ourselves and we forgive ourselves for that, as well as we're objective and we move forward and we get better as we do so. But anyways, that is it for me and my rambling today. I appreciate you guys stopping by. I can't believe you're still here at the end of the video. If you are still here at the end of the video, comment on the best color and why. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up at this point. Anyways, thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you later.